All right. I am so excited to be here and to really present to you something that I am very passionate about. Want to welcome those that are watching right here on the live webinar Zoom. Want to welcome those that's watching in our back office, watching live there. And hey, we're not even forgetting about you, those who are watching the replay. Thank you for taking the time and the opportunity to sit down, open up your mind, and receive the blessings that God has for you. And today I'm going to talk about the 10 reasons why you should become a tax resolution specialist. Now, let's get started, guys. I am so excited. Let's make sure that, okay, boom, we got people jumping in. All right. So let's go with some house rules. I just want to let you know this is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not that. We're about doing things legally, ethically, and morally. And everything that you do, you got to have a positive mental attitude. You got to be able to believe. If you don't believe it, you're not going to receive it. So it's not about any kind of anything negative. Whatever you decide to do, whether you work with us or not, guys, you got to believe it. You got to be ready to receive it. And you got to understand results are not typical. It's all about your work. It's all about your belief. It's about your training. It's about you wanting to make sure that you are copying the right cat, AKA me. You want to make sure that you're doing that. Now, what I ask everybody to
Well, if
do,
that's the case, let's make it.
hold on one second. Let's see if we can. If you're in the background, guys, go ahead and mute yourself out. Thank you, Tanya. Mute yourself out. We are live and this is being recorded. So, like I said, you want to make sure, guys, that you copy the right cat. And I believe today the information you're going to receive, you're going to see that you're copying the right cat. Why? Because we develop strategic marketing, branding, and strategies to help you to grow, as well as give you continuous education. So you're not just one and done and you don't see Gene Marlo Davis anymore. No, that's not how we roll. And I'm excited. I even got some of my clients popping on. Look at y'all. Y'all are awesome. Hey, do me an awesome favor. You're on here now. Go ahead in the comment below or comment on the screen and put in there, how did you even hear about this webinar? And let me know, rep your city, rep your state. Let us know where you are. We are watching right now 3 places on the Zoom, on, I think, what you say, honey, on our private vault in the back, as well as I think it's on YouTube as well. Okay. And on top of it, we thank you for the replay. Okay. Those that's watching the replay. Now, those who want to know who I am, I don't like to toot my own horn, toot. But listen, I'm a former IRS auditor with over 24 years of tax, finance, and wealth creation experience. I am known as Gene Marlo Davis, the wealth creator, and I am Googleable. So you can Google me and learn all about me. I'm everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. I'm everywhere. Do your research. That's what I tell people all the time. I've been seen on Good Day Atlanta, Fox News, countless radio shows. I did a 100-city tour with Danny Glover, Jack Zufelt, Ken Rock. All these are multimillionaires. Danny Glover, of course, is an actor, activist. What was I doing? Teaching people the tax advantages of owning a business, how to be audit proof, what you need to do to protect your assets. They brought me in to do that. And I am a wealth creator, creating 6 and 7-figure programs. And I'm so very happy and grateful that you are here. Today, guys, we're here to talk about the big problem. Now, I'm not remembering all this stuff. I created this because I wanted you to know what I see as a former IRS auditor with 24 years of experience. Millions of Americans are in debt. I think when I Googled, even talked to ChatGPT, I think last year the IRS collected $4.3 billion, okay, in tax debt. $4.3 billion. What does that mean, guys? If you find a need and feel the need, you'll be wealthy indeed. I am very passionate about this because as a former IRS auditor, I wanted to be on the side to help the tax preparer as well as the tax client, because I wanted to make sure they understood that, hey, look, you can settle tax debt and you can get paid selling tax debt, okay? Millions of people are delinquent Millions of people owe back taxes, penalties, being audited, and a lot of people are afraid of the IRS. They're afraid to open those green and white letters. I've had people come to my office bringing me stacks of letters because they were afraid to open it. But they just got a call from HR saying, "Hey, look, we just got a letter from the IRS saying they're getting ready to do a wage garnishment on you. You got to let us know what's going on." And I get that all the time. Another thing, tax preparers stop at filing, not fixing. I have a lot of clients that they have a tax preparer, okay? But they'll come to me because they say, guess what? My tax preparer, they don't settle tax debt. They don't eradicate tax debt. So, I'm trying to figure out what do I need to do. And a lot of times I work in conjunction with the tax preparer so we can make sure that they're brought up to compliance before we can even try to eradicate the tax debt. Okay. So those are the two things that I found out. And then, like I said, people are not trained to be able to stop garnishment, negotiate with the IRS, do OICs, installment agreements, that their clients desperately, desperately need. I'm telling you, if you have a tax practice or you're thinking about getting in it, become a one-stop shop. Don't let the money walk out the door. That don't make sense. But also, too, you want to make sure that your clients know that, hey, I got you. You don't have to worry. I got you. You don't have to worry about your taxes. If you owe, we got something for you. We can schedule a consultation with you. We're going to take care of you. Hey, and what's even more awesome is to be said, I have people that now put in their office trained by a former IRS auditor. I love it. I think it's sexy. Okay, so let's get into 10 reasons why you should become a tax resolution specialist. Now, I'm going to strive my best to go through this slow, but I talk a lot of times fast, guys, so I do apologize, but I'll make sure you get the replay. But let me tell you my testimony of how I even got involved with tax resolution. A lot of radio stations, I'm here in Georgia, and a lot of radio stations have heard from me. I've been working with them for years, because when I first started my tax practice 24 years ago, I would get on and just come on the radio and give free advice and teach about how to be audit proof in your business, what prompt for audit, answer tax questions. I would do it for free. And the radio stations loved it. They would invite me, but I would get tons of clients. Hint, hint, clue, clue. I would get tons of clients. A guy called me in the radio station. He had a question, and he was huffing and puffing. He was nervous. He was afraid. He said, I owe the IRS, and I owe them big. And I told him, you don't have to put all that on the radio. You don't have to say how much you owe. Go ahead and schedule a consultation. Gave him my information. He called me. We talked. He was afraid. His wife was afraid. And a lot of times, unfortunately, people don't move to the fires on their backside. The IRS was coming after his money. So he was like, I don't know what to do, but I need your help. This is how much I owe. What does it cost? And immediately I said $5,000. He said, I'm ready. Who do I pay and how do I pay it? I got on the phone with the IRS, got permission to talk to him, talk on his behalf. The IRS questioned him, made sure he was who he was, and then boom. I would say, because a lot of times, and that's in a training that I do in the back office, we'll talk about that. A lot of times I don't even believe the taxpayer, because a lot of times they don't know how much they owe. So I talk directly to the Internal Revenue Service. They let me know this is what they owe. And then in turn, I let them know that we're proceeding to an offer in compromise, put a freeze on the account. 30 days later, we'll get the process in. And that right there, just the voice, the letter to the Internal Revenue Service, give that person a peace of mind. That's when I said, wait a minute. Back then, to make $5,000, I would have to do 10 clients at $500. I said, wait a minute. I just did one client at $5,000, not calling me, asking where the refund at, not calling all times or hours, not worrying me. And then because they owe child support or government stuff and they get taken, they calling you thinking you don't took their money, or they don't understand check products. They thinking that you don't took their money, or this looking at the wait a minute, that's a different That's a different routing and account number. Oh, wait a minute. And you be like, goodness, I've been doing your taxes for years. I told you how this works. Not having to worry about that. When I get tax resolution clients, guys, they trust me because I'm the authority figure. They understand I know what I'm doing. They have Googled me. They have researched me. They like, you know what? I don't watch. A lot of times people call me. They like, I don't watch all your videos on YouTube. That you know they're being exaggerated, but I don't watch on YouTube, Instagram, all this stuff. Listen, I want to work with you. And I decided, you know what? I want to help people sleep better at night. It wasn't until 2 years ago that I decided to stop even doing taxes because it wasn't making sense. If it's not making sense, it's not making dollars to me. Now, if you can continue, if that's what you love to do, I love to teach, I love to coach, I love to mentor. I'm on stages all around the world. That's what I love to do. I would do it if I didn't even get paid. But also having this background, I said I owe it to people who are struggling, people who are worried, people who are fearful of the IRS. I owe my expertise to help them sleep better at night. And if I can help other business owners, tax preparers, anybody that's looking to get into this arena, sleep better at night, guys, that's what I'm going to do. I've trained CPAs, tax preparers, you name it, that have all the EAs, have all the documentation, have all the accreditation, but they don't have my inside scoop and they don't have my knowledge base. Okay. So it don't matter if you got an EA or you're accredited, you're a CPA, it doesn't matter. Anybody can get in this business if you don't have any kind of accreditation. As long, remember, write this down. As long as that tax client get on the phone with the IRS and you're on there and they say, I get on permission to speak on my behalf, baby, you can work that case. And I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that was a lot. Woo! Number one, it's a high demand. A high demand. Clients, small business owners, they need your help. They need your help. They need help with negotiating with these tax debt. Like I said, they're afraid. They don't want to talk to the IRS. Some of them not opening the letters. And you got to be that calm person, that authority figure. You got to repeat yourself. I have even started doing videos when I get a client so I can send them the video so they can know exactly step by step what to do because they're frantic, they're worried, they're scared. And you're here to give them a peace of mind. Yes, you're going to make great money, guys, but it's about giving them a peace of mind to tell the stories of lives transformed. I'm a story collector. I collect stories. And that's why people keep coming back and back and back because I make sure I do what I said I'm going to do. Okay. And if I can't do it, I find somebody who can. Number two, lucrative income petition. Like I said, I went from 300 to 500 a client to 3 to 5,000, even $10,000 a client. Now you're like, Jean, how do you price it? Well, when you get the training, you'll know how to price it. You'll get the support. You'll know what you need to do. But when I look at it, people who I had a guy who called me, he has a tax practice, and he said, after tax season, Jean, I'm bottom out. I don't have any residual income. I'm trying to figure out, should I just get me a little part-time job doing the summertime before tax season kick back up the end of January? I don't know what to do. And I asked him, had you considered solving Americans' problem? What is that? Debt, tax debt is one of the biggest things. You're going to always have debt, what they say, tax debt, and death. Those are the two biggest industries. That is going to always be with it unless Trump do something. We ain't going to talk about that, but taxes are going to be here. Taxes are going to be here. So that's the number one thing that you got to look at, guys, is very lucrative, very lucrative. And when you could create a win-win to help people sleep better at night, and I'm telling you, they are afraid. I spend roughly 5 minutes calming them down before I can even give instructions. I even have one of my good clients on right now, Michelle Collins. How you doing, girl? One of my good clients We worked with her, gave her the piece, and now she's sharing the information and we're paying her. That's another one. Recurring revenue for ongoing support. This is where you can do audit checks. You can help them with P&Ls if they need it. You can build long-term relationships. You can do monitoring, compliance. I have people who say, Gene, here's another thing, right? I hope y'all writing this down. I'm trying to give you all the ideas I can for free so you can understand why this is something you need to add to your portfolio. I have people that will pay me to come in and just audit their business. Can you audit my business? And what better way to be able to say, hey, look, I was trained by a former IRS auditor. That gives you some real cred right there with over 24 years experience. People will just off of that, they will book with you. How do I know? Because they're booking with me, okay? Now, the ability to serve a wide range of clients. I am so excited that I'm right here at my kitchen table. I don't have to go anywhere. And you guys, if you got any background noise, mute yourself out. I just heard somebody mute yourself out, guys. Just hit the little red button and mute yourself out. But the ability to serve a wide range of clients. You can Zoom your clients. You can get on the phone. Majority of my clients are not even here in Georgia. They're everywhere because we're able to serve them. We're able to get on the phone with the IRS and work with them. We're able to send out letters. We're able to complete the packages. We're able to give them instruction. One thing I learned real good during COVID that we all learned, that you physically didn't have to be in that building to do your job, did you? Nope. When Zoom showed everybody, you can work at home. And the same way here, you can work from the conference. If you don't have an office, you don't have to go get an office. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. You build authority and credibility fast. People do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. Okay. When you eradicate tax debt, you work with people, you offer great customer service, you give them the peace of mind. Guess what they're going to do? They're part of the club called Run and Tell That. They're going to run and tell when you do something good. They're going to run and tell when you do something bad. You know, that's why when someone contact our office and they want to get, they got tax debt, we let them know. They said, can you give me a guarantee? I said, it's against the law for me to give you a 100% guarantee. That's what my lawyer said. But what I can do is I can let you know that I'm going to work my very best to make sure we create a win-win, a win for you and a win for the Internal Revenue Service. My goal is to give you the peace of mind, okay? And people love that because I'm being honest, okay? Don't sit up here and start lying to people. You don't want to do that. And I love when an offer get rejected, and I let my clients know from the get-go. One of my good friends, I'm going to get her trained. Michelle, you're going to get trained. Michelle, she got sense. She said to one of my clients that she referred, she said, look, you want the first offer to get rejected anyway. I said, who told her that? But she said, you wanted to get rejected. And it gives them a peace of mind because they're like, okay, if it get rejected, okay, we're going to go back to the drawing board. Look, let's see, do a counter offer, right? And then if it don't get rejected, look how much happier they are. Okay. So you build authority, guys. You build credibility. You be a man of your word, a woman of your word. All right. Number 6, I love it. Flexible, remote, friendly work environment. Like I said, you can build anywhere in the world. You can do Zoom consultations. It allows you to go anywhere, Starbucks, you name it, country club, with your laptop, your earpiece, and build business. And that's what I love about it. You don't have to worry about somebody walking into your door. You know, they can be right there online. They can see you. And people do business, people they what? Know, like, and trust. I prefer a Zoom consultation. I want you to see me. I want you to see my eyes, see my sincerity, so you can hear my sincerity as well, to know that I know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? And that gives people the peace that surpasses all understanding. Number 7, positive impact on clients' lives. This is where the opportunity is. What I want to do is I want to read 2 client testimonies that we prepared, we work with them with taxes and then 2 tax resolution clients, okay? This is from Dr. Pompey. He said, I was at a low point. I've been dealing with an accountant financial planner for almost a year. He was supposed to have been filing outstanding federal and state taxes. That's why I say, just because somebody got on CPA, EA, this, that, and the other, don't mean that they're doing the job, okay? The degrees and all that is just subject specific. That don't mean that they know exactly what they're doing and they're doing it, okay? He was supposed to have been working out a settlement for outstanding debts. It was not until I started receiving notices of intent to levy lien that I realized he had not been doing anything on my behalf. It was at this point that I frantically sought the services of Jean Davis. I met with her for a 15-minute consultation. I felt a sense of relief that she completely understood my plight, was willing and able to handle the tax debt process for me, because we had to bring him up to current. We had to do the years that he was behind before we could even do the offer, okay? I was aware from the beginning that this would be a long process, okay? I am now at a high point. I've been dealing with a professional who does as she says. I'm no longer under the threat of levy liens. My taxes, both state and federal, are current. I've signed an agreement for repayment of the state taxes. We did that too. That's another thing. If they owe the Fed, they owe the state. So you got those 2 different deals right there, okay? You can do an OIC for the Fed and you do one for state. That's a different fee, okay? Think about that. We are revising the offer to the IRS for settlement of outstanding taxes. I am on point now. I can now breathe. For me, she is the right person. And look what he did. He said, I wholeheartedly, you see how in bold print, he said, I wholeheartedly endorse her without reservation. This is from Dr. M. Pompey, okay? That's a tax client. Now, this is another doctor. He said, I came to Jean Davis mainly due to her background as an IRS agent with expertise in financial management. What did I say? Trained by. Remember that, write that down. I was carrying a tax liability for several previous years and wanted to submit an offer in compromise to resolve the debt. Jean provided support and knowledge throughout the long and arduous process. After several months from the original submission, I love it, the offer was rejected. I love it. A devastating turn of events since I was paying his payments every month. So when they do an OIC, they still have to pay that OIC payment every month until they hear and continue to pay after it gets accepted, right? After this, where we at? Okay. After discussing alternative actions and providing common insight, Jean stood with me as we resubmitted another offer. I'm happy to say the resubmitted offer was accepted. He put it in bold. You see that? Was accepted. Okay. After further review and the turbulent circumstances from the government shutdown, the entire process took 2.5 years. Yep. Jean's expertise, knowledge, perseverance, and most importantly, loyalty made all the difference in bringing this debt to a satisfying conclusion. My experience with Jean fully exemplified the holy verses from Romans 5, 3-5. We also glory in our suffering because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and hope. And hope does not put us to shame because God's love has poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. It was truly a blessing sharing this walk of faith with Jean, and I'm thankful for her commitment, support, and service. You just don't know what that do to me. You just don't know. You just don't know. Because my goal is to tell the stories of lives transformed. Now let's talk about these tax resolution clients. These are tax preparers. Kim and Larry Jackson from the Florida area, they came to us. They took our 4-week course because they wanted to expand their business with tax resolution services. After our training, they said they were able to get 1 client at $3,000, 2 clients at $5,000. Guys, that's $13,000. Now, that was after a month of our training. So a total of what, 8 weeks, because 4 weeks for the training and 4 weeks they got those clients. They made their money back in more, $13,000 really in 1 month after the training. That is Kim and Larry Jackson from Florida. I had to write it out. You see how small that testimony is. Hey, them eyes and glasses. Here's another one. Santana Roberts purchased our 4-week course, committed to the process. He said he too wanted to expand his tax practice. And after 3 weeks after training, he made $15,000. He got 3 clients that owed the IRS, and I guess he charged $5,000 each. So that's 7 weeks after the training. Can you see that? That's his testimony. I had to write it so I could see. So 2 from that was tax clients, OIC clients, and 2 that decided they want to get into the tax resolution business. Guys, I even have people that will contact me and say, Miss Davis, can we co-work this together? You know, you take 50%, I take 50% because I'm still a little nervous. You know, I'm excited, but I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Can you oversee me? And we have done that. And now they going around flourishing, making some serious money, but building testimonies. I said, please, please collect testimonies. When people reach out to me and they say, hey, can you give me some referrals? Why, certainly. We got plenty of them. Which one you need? You need tax resolution? You need OIC? What do you need? We got testimony because our goal is to tell the stories of lives transformed. That's what our goal is, okay? Now, what I do like number 8 is low setup costs. You don't have to go out here and get equipment. You don't have to go out here and get a warehouse and all of those stuff. You can work from the comforts of your table, your kitchenette like me. Sometimes I go to the Buckhead Club and sit down and have me a nice little lunch, have my little ear set in and do some work and things of that nature. You know, I can work anywhere and I love it. That's the reason why, just to be honest and being real transparent, I've done taxes for over 22 years and I've been in this arena 24 years. 2 years ago, I said, that's it, because I was like, man, if I only got 4 clients a month at $5,000, that's $20,000 dealing with 4 people instead of processing hundreds of taxes. Now, if that's your passion and you want to do, because I'm being real honest. I did taxes, guys. Still today, we have people who owe the IRS and that they're not compliant. And the only time I touch taxes is to bring them to compliancy. There's going to be a time that I'm going to work with some of you guys and say, hey, look, hey, Kim, hey, Tanya, can you go ahead and process their taxes? They're looking to get an OIC, you know, because I don't want to touch the tax stuff no more. I thank God. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for being able to do it. Now I'm just focused on teaching, coaching. We have several businesses. You saw that if you came on early. We have several businesses, teaching, coaching, mentoring, consultations. We do it all day, every day. And this is kind of like my love walk, my ministry to help people sleep better at night with eradicating tax debt. Now, also, now how did that go like that? Repeatable, customizable process. I guess it's too big. Okay. Now, what I love about that, you can go to twcuniversity.com. I created a membership site to educate people on taxes, finance, wealth creation, debt eradication, investing, things of that nature. What I like is that people who come to us and they want to make sure they're audit proof, want to make sure that they're doing their business the right way, getting extra education. That's a membership site. That's $9.95, $49.95. It just depends. You could create something like that yourself and scale. You can create that. You're going to get repeat customers. They're going to go run and tell that. Now you got to make sure that you come that one-stop shop, that they're not running to a Miss Jean Marlo Davis or somebody else because you don't have a service for them. Okay. Remember, twcuniversity.com. Now, the last thing, number 10, natural upsell and cross-sell opportunities. Like I said before, you can create webinars, you can create membership sites, you can do auditing, tech support, help people with profit and loss statements. They don't have them. You could do tax training. You can do a 4-week tax training for business owners. I can go on and on and on what you can do to scale your business. I don't get paid, guys, just because I'm Jean Marlo Davis, the wealth creator, XRS auditor, all that old stuff. I get paid because I get people real time results. No fluff, no puff, no BS. Real time results. I got some clients on right now watching, and they'll tell you, Miss Davis, no joke. She say what she say, she mean what she say, and she makes sure she do what she say. Okay? So the opportunity, if you just have vision, remember, you don't have vision, you're gonna perish. You gotta have vision. If you somebody that have a good heart, you have patience. If you don't, get you a team, grow your team. You can actually have, you know how when you listening to the radio and the commercials come on, do you owe the IRS? Do you have tax debt? I have clients who have came to me from those commercials, guys, that said when they talk to the people, they were not getting straight answers. They didn't know what they was going to pay. And they said, this is just to get started. And it was like, just to get started, what the you know, it's ridiculous out here. It really is. There are people out here that's not doing the right thing. But way I train my people, we're going to do things legally, ethically, and morally sound. Your name is golden. And remember, people are going to run and tell that. Now, is every person going to be satisfied? Some people, they may not be, because we don't know. Some offers may get rejected, right? And then you go do it again, they get rejected again. And then I have to now put you on an installment agreement and see if we can do it again later on. Do I charge after those 2-3 times? Absolutely. I'm no fool. But the first 2 times, I'm not charging, because that's what I said I would do. If it rejects, I'm going to do a counter offer. And then from there, if it rejects again, we need to wait. Let's get you on a payment plan. And then let's see later on down the line, can we do it again? I love it because people bring me their sons, their daughters, their co-workers, their business partners. People bring people to me. And I'm like, man, imagine if you wanted to open up a firm to do this, you can do that. But I love exactly what I do. And this is just a small portion of what I do in my life. Now, what I decided to do, because a lot of tax preparers, they reach out to me and they say, Jean, can you teach me? Can you train me? It's so much, so much information. That's why I believe in continuous learning. When people tell me that they went to a workshop or seminar and it was one day or 3 or 4 hours and that was it, and they couldn't contact the person, they didn't have support, they didn't have letters, they didn't have this and that. I said, that's why we do what we do. You have a 4-week course that you have access to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that we have a vault that when you go there, the first class is ready for you. 5 days later, another class show up. 5 days later, another class show up. After the 5 days after that, the last class, and you can go back and watch it over and over and over. Those who are getting started today, this is going to be your forever funnel. This will be you. We will not take it from you. But after this year, we have made a decision that we're going to let that vault expire in 12 months. It just makes sense. And it makes sense. It makes what? Thank you. You said it. Dollars. Okay. So right now, if you register, you're going to have that forever. Now, let me just continue to explain what's inside the vault. Besides that, you get strategies from me, former IRS auditor, that's giving you information, sample letters, installment agreements, OICs, CP letters, client intake forms, people engagement letters. Guys, people don't know what to say, how to say it. We help you because we have continuous training and learning. Now that you got started, where do we go next? We have that. You tell me how many people that's teaching tax resolution have what I got right now. I'm waiting. Okay, I thought so. Okay, your tax resolution checklist. I know I'm silly, Tanya. Don't be talking about me. I'm silly. Many marketing strategies. Some people don't know how to get leads. We show you how to get leads. Elite tax training. Monthly live Q&A sessions with me. 6 months access. Remember I talked about TWC University? Well, you get it 6 months access for becoming one of our students. Private Facebook group for networking and support. And hey, you can call me for your 15-minute consult, whatever you're striving to do. I'm here because here's the thing. It's not just the money for me. Remember what I said? It's about me telling the stories of lives transformed. I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for people that we can work together. I'm looking to get your testimony because I have a vision. I don't know if you can see it with me, but look, I can share this with you. I have a vision. Like, you start off with a commercial. You start off with one person giving their testimony, then another person chime in, then another person chime, and it just keep popping up, boom, 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 boom. And it says, we're telling the stories of life transformed. Tiffis LLC, the wealth creator. I love that. That's my goal. And we're going to have it. And we're doing it right now. Okay. Now, as I said, you get lifetime access to the vault, replays, and material, 30-minute private onboarding call, done with you letter writing session, elite clients only that get the mini vault access. And guys, that's what I love, the support. And I'm still looking, because I talk to tax preparers, I talk to the people. What is it that you're not getting? What is it that you need? I want to make sure that I can offer that. No, I'm not Jesus, but I can give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. I am in the field. This is not something that I read about. This is not something that I'm listening just to people. I'm in the trenches every day. I have clients every day. This is one of the main things that I do beside coaching, teaching, and training. Okay. So all of this, being trained by a former IRS auditor, giving you all the information. Let's go back. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all this stuff that you're getting. You can screen and take a shot of that. Boom, 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 boom. This is what you're getting. All this support, all this training, lifetime access to the vault for those who are getting started with this session. And then all of this for $6,997 for a limited time. We will be increasing it to $8,997. How many people will be able to rock that cred that say, hey, look, I was trained by a former IRS auditor. Her name is Jean Marlo Davis. They research me. They don't have to research you. They research me because I got the cred. Oh, she trained you? Bet. I'm ready. And if you have any questions, you have any concerns, you're nervous, because I have a lot of clients that get nervous when they first start. That's okay. I'm here. We can work together. Okay. If you've been sitting on the fence, it's time to get started. You will make your investment back, guys, with 2 clients at $5,000. We teach you how to charge. This is a real year-round business. A real year-round business. How do you get started? Go to twcelitetaxpros.com. You'll see my little funny and my little on fire red hair, and I break down everything again that you get. But go to twcelitetaxpros.com, get registered. Yes, it's 100% tax deductible for your business to get ready, guys. Make sure you go ahead and get registered today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can reach out to me. My direct mobile 678-457-9493. Again, 678-457-9493. Again, 678-457-9493. Our company, if you just want to go on and book a consult, go to tiffisllc.com. That's T-I, F as in Frank, F as in Frank, I, S as in sound, llc.com. And it comes up right here. Boom. There you go. As I stated before, my goal is to tell the stories of lives transformed. I am looking to have partners that I can get them trained. We can work together with, just like lawyers do. We can work together. We can oversee together. Sometimes, guys, I can't take a client that month because I'm already packed. And I don't like to turn down money, but if I can send a client your way that I know that I trained you, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? And to be able to get those testimonies, that's my goal. That's my goal. And I'm so very grateful, so very thankful for everything that God is blessing me to do. And we're just getting started. We're just getting started. And so I hope you take this opportunity. What to do now? Go ahead and get registered. You get to write that off. I want to schedule a call with you. Those who get started today or get started tomorrow, I want to go ahead and schedule your onboarding call. And let's get this thing rocking and rolling. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, listen, go to my website. It's right down below, tiffisllc.com, or email me at info@tiffisllc.com. Oh, look, let me see. Let me see. Because I'm going to wrap this up. No, thank you. Pamela Bird, thank you. Tanya, thank you. Honey, let me know what they're saying. What are the other people are saying? My husband said people are got questions and stuff. Guys, look, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, listen, just go ahead and email me, or I gave you my number. We schedule a call. Let's do things in decent and order. I don't want to waste these people's time. But this is an awesome opportunity. And if you're looking to grow, you're looking to expand, you're looking to bless, when someone call you, and it's going to happen as I wrap this up, when someone call you is your client, and they call and they're crying, and you're like, what's going on? And they're choking up. And they're saying, wait a minute, let me just get myself together. Nothing's wrong. But Miss Davis, Miss Bird, Miss Walker, Miss Collins, whoever, Mr. Whoever you watching on the other station, my offer was accepted. I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can sleep better at night. You protected my portfolio. You protected my paycheck. You stopped the lien. You stopped the levy. I can sleep at night. I'm going to tell you, it's a hell of a thing, because you will get choked up yourself if you're a caring being. I'm doing what God has called me to do. And I pray that you take this opportunity to get started. I want to thank everybody that's watching the Zoom. Thank everybody that's in our vault that's watching. Thank you for watching this replay. My name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator, and I believe that you can have, you can be, you can do anything. All you got to do is keep him first and believe in yourself, and make sure you do everything legally, ethically, and morally sound. Go ahead, get registered. I can't wait to meet the new people. I got somebody, my husband said 2 people just said they're getting started. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Those who are on here, hey, listen, how did you guys, some of y'all didn't put the ones in the Zoom, how did you find out about this webinar? Can you let me know? Can you let me know? Because I got to stop. Let me stop recording. Let me end this. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you. May he keep you. Go ahead and get started today. Now, how many of you guys, where did you come from? Can you let me know? Where did you come from? How did you hear? Let me see if I can stop this recording. Let's see.